Hello, hello. I'm Lancer Dancer, and this is Dawn of War. It says Dawn of War 2, but we're playing Dawn of War for to get excited for Dawn of War 3 that will be coming out hopefully soon or in the far future. So, to get myself prepared for Dawn of War 3, I've decided to take the time to play through Dawn of War 2 and then Chaos Rising. The expansion pack, really? I don't know what to say about it, but it's basically like Dawn of War 2, but it's still the same game. You have Dawn of War Retribution, but I wasn't a huge fan of that game, but we may give it a shot just in case. But here we go with Dawn of War 2. I'm going to start a new campaign. Let's do Lancer D. How about Lancer D? Oops, I just had that. Wow, this is a great start so far. We're gonna play on Sergeant difficulty. I'm not an expert at real-time strategy games, but I've played strategy games before, and so hopefully that's not too difficult. I've spent maybe a very long time on this, maybe up to 40 to 70 hours combined on just the first game. I know I had it longer on Chaos Rising because I owned Chaos Rising before I owned the first game. And you kind of get a sense of the story. I'll explain as we go. The audio and the sound is turned down, of course, so if that bothers you, this might not be the channel to watch on the road to Dawn of War 3. But give it a shot if you don't mind, and I hope to see you continue with me through the whole campaign. And let's go ahead and get started.
Subsector Aurelia. This cluster of worlds stands on the very edge of the Imperium of Man. From this frontier came the Blood Ravens, a chapter of the Emperor's own Space Marines. Once and for all. Captain Davian Thule and a handful of Space Marines lead the raw recruits defending these worlds. Now, another Space Marine joins this desperate battle. A newly promoted commander, ready to lead in our darkest hour. You are this Space Marine. And you will tip the balance toward victory.
Sweet opening cutscene was great. I think I have hairstyle according to the commander. Sober Commander Dancer L. You are Dancer L, a Space Marine recently promoted to the rank of Force Commander. You have been sent to Calderis to help Captain Davian Thule stave off a massive orc invasion. Such as your reputation, the chapter expects that you alone will be enough to tip the balance of the fight and save our recruiting world. Man, a few words. You are renowned for keeping calm in high-pressure situations and finding a path to victory in overwhelming odds. So before I press any key, we are playing a Space Marine of the Blood Ravens chapter. This is a chapter that holds relics and has a slight problem with orcs like many other chapters. If you haven't looked up Space Marines before or know what Warhammer 40,000 is, I'll put a link in the description for a Wikipedia article from Warhammer 40k Wikipedia and 40k Lexium, or just Lexium in general, about the Blood Ravens themselves. And if you're curious more, you can look up Space Marines and how all the Warhammer 40k stuff got started. So we'll go ahead and continue. And also the story will be explained further down in the campaign, and I'll just do each mission, however long or short it is, that will be that video. So I hope that works out in everyone's favor, and let's get started.
Calderis. We Blood Ravens select our initiates from this world's fierce warriors. Calderis is the cradle and the future of our chapter. Now, the orcs would take it from us. This we cannot allow.
Stay in cover. Kill the orcs that are out in the open. Welcome, Commander. This is Captain Davian Thule, in command here on Calderis. We are battling the orcs that threaten this world. You have dropped right into the combat zone. I am north of you with several squads of our initiates. We are under heavy fire and losing control of our flanks. Move north and provide support.
Alright, so really, like every first mission, this is all to teach you the basics of the game. Before I move north, or hopefully there's not a lot of audio, I moved the mouse with, or the camera with the the up and down keys. I don't know, it's not WASD, but the light cover, or the yellow dots, are light cover, and then the green dots are heavy cover. So you want to stay in heavy cover. Some units are better for lighter cover, and some units need the heavy cover, and some units or squads, if you will sometimes bash right through in there, and some special abilities will go ahead and bash through your cover. So you have to be kind of careful depending on what setting you use. So we're going to go ahead and move on up. You can see Dancer L and then Tarkus. Don't really fit the name description of these other units. And let me know if the audio is too low. I'll do testing later on. And see if I need to turn it up or not. So in this beginning, we have abilities that you can use. I could use a frag grenade and then send it to the enemy. I'll have to send it through these guys, but we have limited resources for frag grenades and other items that are unique, and they take time to regenerate. In the game, something really weird I haven't seen it do before. Let's see, they're all perished and gone. So I can use this Commander's Victory ability to victory, and I can break through that cover.
The orcs ahead of you are trying to outflank us. Eliminate them.
So we'll go ahead and go push on up. This game is, here, actually let me change this. I'm going to push the music volume a little bit higher. Speech volume. Unfortunately, there's not subtitles, so you got to pay pretty much attention. You got to shift your attention to it. And we'll go ahead and continue. Sorry, I cannot talk today. It's very weird. If you could like this video if you thought it was okay, or you can dislike it if you thought it was pretty bad and I need to work on my act. So here we go, we can push up, we can see nothing up here, but we can see these orcs shooting at something in the distance. If you don't know Warhammer, we're Space Marines, we're gene modified superhumans, and the green skins are very numerous, and they plague the world, and they try to overrun everything, and they love war. Other YouTubers will explain this better than I have, and unfortunately I cannot really talk right now, so that's pretty bad. So we'll go ahead and try taking care of all these orcs. Hopefully my commander and Tarkus can kill a bunch of things. We can see Davian captain who will aiming in the opposite direction. I guess that's to have us get the kills, which is unfortunate. So here we go, we're all advancing up. Dawn of War is a game where you pretty much have to do all the work. The AI does help in some scenarios, but really, if you don't want to, if you just want to micromanage your units, this game built for that. And it's still pretty fun. You can get all the Warhammer lore you want. I don't know why they're going down not very fast. Jeez, I am tongue twisting everything today, aren't I? So we'll go ahead and advance up here. Can't hit a lot either. We got a proved bolter.
The Greenskins will not give us much time before they attack again. I need you and Sergeant Tarkus to take charge of driving the orcs back. Move up to the ruins east of here and prepare to repel the next orc wave.
Sweet. So they're gonna stay in there. With scouts are typically lesser space marines. They don't wear power armor. That makes them nearly impervious to like combat or like firearms and stuff like that. Imagine just having a tank formed around you, but you can still walk like and run normally. So we're gonna go ahead and advance up here and hopefully take out more orcs. And we do also have war gear in this game, which I'll explain later.
Orc vehicle, stay in cover. That truck has a heavy gun. More shooting, less dying, you gits!
At least the orcs go down very quickly. Oh, we did not go or stay in cover.
Some more boys, and these Yumis is sparking up me truck. Back through the tunnel. More orcs, and lots of cover to use on our approach.
Wow, they're everywhere.
Well
See
done,
how
Commander.
numerous.
Those orcs have opened a path through the hills somehow. Move forward and seal it.
We can break supply crates to get more resources and grenades, etc. And we're gonna throw a frag grenade on this tower. So they all retreated, but that one did not retreat.
The
Pretty interesting.
Greenskins are clearly using that mine as a passage, Commander. Seal that entrance by any means necessary.
Being a little too ahead of myself, so we're gonna throw a grenade around here.
Over there. A well-placed grenade should ignite it and bring the whole cave down.
Good work, Space Marines. The Greenskins will not be using that passage again anytime soon.
But the leader managed to escape through the tunnel before we could kill him. That was our chance to cut this invasion off at the head.
He will show himself again, Tarkus. And when he does, we will be ready. Thunderhawks are en route. Prepare for extraction. Victory is but a prelude to the next battle.
Sweet, we completed Stand With Your Brothers. And we got improved chainsword. We leveled up, and Tarkus also leveled up, and we have an interesting name. I like it. I'll explain that in a second. Like I said, I'm getting way too ahead of myself, and hopefully I don't get tongue twisted while I'm trying to explain what war gear is. Cutscenes and loading screens kind of take a little bit, but luckily they're few in number, and we get to kill lots of things in between them. So, how's everyone doing? Not acting myself. See, I'm gonna start a discussion and then it's gonna be like, oh no, we already loaded. Oh well. Space Marines are pretty cool, I guess. I typically like Chaos Space Marines, which are a rival to normal Space Marines. I'm noticing that I'm doing not a fair job, a poor job explaining everything in the Warhammer universe. But there's different factions, and fighting abilities, and we're sticking on kind of one or two factions at the moment. And I'd like to explain factions as they appear down the line. Like if X faction appears, I want to explain that at that time instead of explaining everything and then not explaining
Welcome aboard Strike
when they
Cruiser
pop up.
Armageddon, Commander. Calderis is currently facing a massive orc invasion that threatens to spill over to the entire sector. Urgent distress signals are coming from other nearby sectors, but we must concentrate our efforts here. I need you to take charge of an assault that's stalled on the surface below. Drop to the point marked on the planet map and start pushing into the orc's flank.
So here we are. We have this hasn't popped up yet, but basically Dawn of War is that you're a commander of a couple squads and you're supposed to take points on a campaign map, and you can't rotate it or anything. It's just some points are circled in red, or like mapped out in red, and you're supposed to click on it and land there. We're gonna go ahead and level up some things. So this is your war gear spot. This is our commander, this is Dancer L, and then all the available war gear at the moment. War gear gives you combat abilities and perks, and it gives you a cool description while that you can read on your own, which is pretty cool. And so each squad or single character has their own special abilities and really ways to play the game. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our Force Commander. Our Force Commander can have an improved chainsword that does 18.8 damage instead of 15.0. And it has a cool little description down below. All this other war gear is something we'll get later on to. We're not unlocked, we're only at level 2, and some of this is level 5, level 4, and another level 4. Each squad has their own separate war gear. I can have my commander carry a bolter, which is a gun that really, or a rifle that shoots small grenades. And like I said, each squad has their own special way to play the game, or you can mix and blend, but how they play is usually set in the descriptions down below. Tarkus is more of a ranged and middle combat kind of guy, and some other characters have their own ways to play them. But we're going to go ahead and give Tarkus this improved bolter, and we have a parable of the lion with a cool description that says, "Be not like the lion who leaves a viper to guard his den, and is surprised to find serpents there upon his return." So it gives us 3+ accuracy, which is pretty nice. We can kill things a lot faster than we normally would. And down here is stamina, range, strength, and will. Stamina is your health and your health regeneration. Range is like it shows, range damage. Strength is our melee damage and our melee skill, how many hits or shots we can get out before our character does a load animation, or like a idle animation. Each of these are combat abilities. Will is our abilities. So I have will, I can activate tactical advance, which prevents incoming range damage, and I can keep that longer if I wanted to, if I put points into will. And each point has their own special perks. So if I put in 2 points into the health, I can get a taunt ability that brings out enemies more focused on Tarkus than the other squads. And they have these perks give us their own special abilities. You get stronger squad mates, you get like just surviving until the very end is the best way I can explain it. Is we lock on abilities. I'll explain them further. So we're gonna go ahead, and I normally play Tarkus as a melee skill cabana, but we have a commander that can already do that. He's pretty good in close combat, so I'll go ahead and have him have the ability of taunt, which is very useful. If one squad is under attack or one character is under attack, I can hit this taunt ability and I can have the enemy focus on him instead of other squads, and I can maneuver around there. And then as soon as we click on our force commander, we cannot undo these abilities. So I click on him, and then actually we can undo him. I think it's actually when we hit this little check mark. So we have a regular chainsword, like I said, that does a certain amount of damage, and improved chainsword gives us plus 10 melee damage resistance, which is very nice. And he has a battle cry ability that's very useful. You have to get each of these checked off before you can get a special perk. So some of these others are fairly nice. We can have our force commander have ranged attacks, or we can improve his health, or we can improve his melee combat, or we can improve his will, which lets us equip new accessories and use abilities a lot more often. But I'm going to do what the game recommends. I'm going to go ahead and put it into strength. He's a good melee oriented character, and battle cry will let us use special attacks with every blow. We can knock down enemies to the ground, and we cannot be knocked down ourselves, so he can't be pushed back under when taunt is in play, or battle cry is in play, excuse me. Yeah, oops. I think I meant battle cry, but I said something else. Or taunt. I don't know where I saw taunt at. Oh no, I saw taunt for Tarkus. So that confused me. Here we go. So this is the map. Normally maps will just pop up like this. We have this whole section here, and we only have maybe 1 or 2 maps that will pop up and missions we can do. And we have our scoreboard, our campaign score, our survivor score, our warrior score. So the faster we do missions and the more we kill things is our better performance. So we can try to get all the way to Angel of Wrath, I believe, or Angel of Death, which is what Space Marines are known for. They're known as the Angels of Death. But anything else? And we also have a squad. That's what we already checked, and all this other stuff will be unlocked. We have a squad deployment screen, so when we unlock more squads on this right flank, we'll be able to see more characters, and we can pick and choose of who we want to go on the mission to a maximum of 4 characters per mission. And we have a star map, which allows us to go to different parts of the sector. So before we begin campaign part 2, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. Apologize for not explaining to the full extent of what I should have, but I would rather explain in more detail as we come across new factions, new war gear, as we get to it. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Lancer Dancer out.